long ago, before Rome rose, before empires stretched across continents, there was Greece, not one kingdom, not one ruler, but a mosaic of independent city-states, each a world of its own, bound by language, religion, and an unrelenting thirst for excellence. This was not just a civilization, it was a revolution of the human spirit. The ancient Greek Empire wasn't born overnight. Its roots reached deep into the Bronze Age, through the myths of gods and heroes, of Achilles, of Odysseus, of mighty Zeus atop Mount Olympus. But beyond myth, a real and powerful civilization took form. By the 8th century BCE, the scattered settlements of Mycenaean survivors had transformed into the polis, city-states like Athens, Sparta, Corinth, and Thebes. Each had its own laws, military, and government, yet all Greeks shared a common identity. They believed themselves descendants of Hellen, son of Deucalion, the Greek Noah. From him came the term Hellenes, what the Greek people called themselves. Athens became the beating heart of philosophy, art, and democracy. In a single century, it birthed Socrates, Plato, and Aristotle, thinkers whose ideas still shape our modern world. Theater emerged not just as entertainment, but as a means of exploring morality, justice, and the divine. The tragedies of Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides still echo on stages today. Meanwhile, Sparta, fierce and disciplined, trained its citizens from childhood to serve the state. Its culture was rooted in simplicity, strength, and loyalty. Spartan warriors were feared across the known world, not for their numbers, but their unbreakable unity. Despite their rivalries, the Greeks were never more united than in times of threat. In 490 BCE, Persian forces crossed into Greece. What followed were the legendary Persian Wars. At Marathon, a small Athenian force stunned the world with victory. At Thermopylae, 300 Spartans and their allies made a heroic last stand. And at Salamis, Athenian naval brilliance shattered Persian ambitions. In the aftermath, Athens entered a golden age. Under the leadership of Pericles, it became a beacon of learning and beauty. The Parthenon rose above the city like a crown, honoring Athena, goddess of wisdom and war. But Greek unity was fragile. The Peloponnesian War, a brutal decades-long conflict between Athens and Sparta, left the land divided and weakened. Into this fractured world stepped a man from the north, Philip II of Macedon. Philip, and later his son Alexander, would change the course of history. Alexander the Great, tutored by Aristotle himself, set out to conquer the known world. In just over a decade, he created one of the largest empires in history, stretching from Greece to Egypt, Persia, and all the way to the edges of India. He didn't just conquer lands, he spread Greek culture, language, and ideas everywhere he went. Cities named Alexandria sprang up from Africa to Asia. Greek became the language of science, politics, and art across the ancient world. This era, known as the Hellenistic Age, saw the fusion of Greek and Eastern cultures. In cities like Alexandria, scholars built great libraries and mapped the stars. Philosophers debated the meaning of life. Physicians studied the human body. Mathematicians like Euclid and Archimedes laid foundations still used today. Even after the rise of Rome, Greece's influence only deepened. The Romans admired and absorbed Greek culture, worshiping their gods under new names, copying their architecture, and translating their texts. Greek tutors educated Roman elites. The empire might have fallen, but the spirit of Greece endured. To this day, democracy, logic, ethics, geometry, theater, and Olympic sport all trace their origins to ancient Greece. Its people believed in arete, the pursuit of excellence, and that idea shaped every part of their world. They carved their legacy in marble and ink. They fought and reasoned, worshipped and questioned. They lived with passion and left behind a civilization that never truly died. Greece was not perfect. It wrestled with slavery, inequality, and endless warfare. But it dared to ask questions no one had asked before. What is justice? What is truth? What is a good life? And in asking, it laid the foundation for the world we live in. This was ancient Greece, not just a place in history, but a pulse that still beats in every courtroom, classroom, and constitution today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this historical tale, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Trendy Tale for more amazing stories from the past. And be sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.